Hey you, what are you doing sitting there? You should be getting a life. More specifically, you should be getting one of the new 14 lives, where you can be an artist or a farmer. And for those of you who are confused, what in the world are you talking about? There's only 12 lives in Fantasy Life Origin Islands. Well, we're not talking about the old game. This is just so that you guys can be spoiler-free if you want to. This is literally your only warning. If you clicked on this video, it's because you, like me, have been enjoying Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time, and can't get enough of it. So let's move on forward from Lilica's story to Kai's story. Or to the past. Whatever shall be, let's see. Alright, so firstly, what is this and what's going on? I've done gameplay videos on this channel before, and this is going to be me sharing Kai's story thus far. I have actually not gotten very far in the story. I think I'm halfway through the story, but overall I haven't done as much as I could. Out of all the lands in this world, we have the land of Mysteria, which is what I named it. We have the past and present of these, and then we have Ginormosia, which nice name. Funky little name there. Of all the teammates we have, some of my favorites like Fern and Laura are here, but then we also have, hold on a second.
Sloan.
Yeah, Sloan, because that name took me a minute to figure out how to pronounce. We have Jake, we have Glenn, we have Olivia. Some of these characters are old and some of them I don't actually know if they're new, but they're new to me. And there are some characters who I've yet to actually get, because you have to get these strangelings, these funky little versions of these characters that when you take them to the goddess statue, you can use the Celestia gift, which is a bunch of these flowers on your main baseland, to get them. And can I just say, I appreciate that every single one of these characters has voice lines that are read out, and the dialogue, and just the personality, the looks, the everything when having them on my team is just awesome. Every tiny subtle little detail I eat up in this game. From start to finish, my first impressions of this was just, I want more, and as I keep playing, I keep finding more, so it's just everything on my list has been checked. But I have to admit, I, like many people who have played the previous game, do miss a few old features and appreciate the changes because some of the old stuff used to bother me so very much. The terraforming added to this game is awesome, and I'm gonna say this right off the bat while you're still watching this stuff, because I know that some people might click off. This might not be your kind of video. You might be here for tutorials, how to get the best weapons, how to get the most, to level up and get the most dosh. I'm afraid that I have to say, play the game for yourselves at your own pace, because for me personally, I think that this game actually does one thing differently that the old game did that is kind of fun. So in the old game, you could technically pick one life and go through the entire game with just that one life. In this one of the 14 lives, as you eventually do unlock Artist and Farmer, you actually are required to have not only yourself, but your teammates to use those lives and level them up to at least a little bare minimum. So you have to be a jack of all trades in this to a certain extent. And as I've progressed through the story, I realized, ooh, I haven't touched farmer at all, or ooh, I haven't done any carpentry skills, but I need it to craft this item. And also, I may not even have a teammate. I have to go find a strangeling who happens to be in the categories, because you have the battle category, the crafting category, and the gathering category for each of them. So if you don't have at least one for each of those things, you might be a bit stuck, and you might be like, oh, I actually had to progress in the story in a different way. It's not exactly like how people say that it could be similar to Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. There is differences to this game, especially if you've never played any of the Fantasy Life for the 3DS games, or even heard of Fantasy Life to begin with. I myself get taken in and drawn in just by some of the characters, the way they look, some of the items. I could stare at the encyclopedia, I could look at my character from all different angles, I could spend a lot more time just in the character customization phases, but there's a lot that I'd miss out if I just stuck to one particular path, and I appreciate that wide range that this game has for everything. Little details here and there. The fact that the outfits tab, when you're putting on your equipment, over it shows that you can turn capes invisible if they don't look good, but you still want the stats for it. The weapons that you were using, you could trick certain people in a way, you can show up with the most basic level equipment, but in actuality underneath you're carrying the Dragon Buster sword, and it looks like you're carrying a copper sword. Like, I appreciate that so much. So, oh, okay, Kai. Breaking the laws of physics there for a second. Kai themselves has shaped themselves in this story more than I thought they would, so I gave them the alchemist life. And they turned into a mercenary, so they have 2 jobs in this as their main thing, but like, they're also a jack of all trades, because they do all the other stuff. And I like that. I really do, because this character has, like, become a mercenary when they were initially going to be an alchemist. Because as I was out on the battlefield and getting a feel for it, initially I thought that I was going to be in each of the categories. A hunter, a cook, and an alchemist. But somehow I have become a mercenary, a farmer, and kind of an alchemist. Like, all of them have, like, flip-flopped around. Like, I find myself dabbling, like, dipping my toes in each of these little segments for the character, and that's added to the kind of connections that I've got with these characters for future fan artwork, which I've already made a bunch of chibi artwork, which you guys can see. I'm gonna be posting of, like, my favorite little bits here and there, but also it's one of those experiences where I've made shorts of silly moments that happen. So later on in this video, I tackle the Snapdragon with my team, and I forgot that I'm supposed to equip them with a full suit of, like, the armor, and make sure that their weapons or shields or all these things are at, like, the best, because it's easy to see based on the weapons that I've got. I've been mimic farming. I go into that cave and I start, like, fashioning them and getting all the stuff that I need, but, I forget that I should probably not sell every single one of them and should probably give some of that equipment to them. I should also probably, like, save up some of that money to buy them armor and different potions that don't just heal me, because I forget that you can now do that in this game. So one of the things that I miss is the companions not being the cats, the dogs, and the birds, and questionably the dragons. I'm not sure if that was just somebody who made a cheeky screenshot, because for the life of me, even when I downloaded Origin Islands, I couldn't figure out where the dragon seller was, because I want more dragons. I would love it if they added that as an addition to the DLC, and I know some people are like, oh, you've got, like, the ability to, like, raise the heart stats for your companions when they're out and about fighting with you. Why not make it, like, part of, like, a dating thing, like how Stardew Valley does? And I say shrugs my shoulders to that, because I could go either way with it. Yes, I would love it if I could have Jake or Sloane or Laura as, like, romanceable in the game, but at the same time, I don't need it, per se, because I'm just happy to have them join me on the team to be able to assist, because every time I'm about to die, Sloane gives me, like, healing magic. Every time. Just, like, perfect circle beneath my feet. It's perfect. I love those little moments, because in my head, I'm making up these stories along the way that adds to the immersiveness of it. And as I progress further with Edward and Skelligan and all the others, and I'm trying to avoid, like, certain stuff because I don't want to spoil it for everyone, for if you really want to enjoy this game, you really, really have to play it yourself, because here's the other thing, is this is only one character that I've started to play as. With Kai, this is my first impressions of everything up to these points. I feel like after I do complete this game, and, like, Kai's reached maximum level, all of the teammates, I've got perfect customization on everything that I'm happy with, more than likely I'm definitely going to be creating a second save file, another character. Whether or not I bring some of the characters like Lilica from the old game into this game, I feel like in a weird way it ruins that attachment to it. I want Lilica and the enjoyment of the old game for Origin Islands to stay that way. Kind of like how Kai in this game is, like, going to be my soul remembering this game for its first, like, playthrough. Because out of all of the stuff that I've experienced in this game so far, some of the things that the old game, like the bounties, had, this game doesn't have in the same way. So when running around with the monsters, you may notice these, like, sort of mini-bossy kind of ones. They're not as big and strong as the Snapdragon or whatnot, but they will drop special items, rare drops, be it like sacks of gold treasures or a golden sword or something, where the Snapdragon themselves might drop pieces like Snapdragon tears or something, you know, like equipment that you can build up to get stronger equipment, that kind of stuff. Monster Hunter fans might know that kind of feeling, like when you're specifically grinding one monster over and over again to get every single claw, scale, you name it. That kind of feel. But one of the things in the old game that I'm so glad we don't have anymore is the limitation of carrying 3 bounty boxes and running past enemies so that the enemies don't destroy your bounty boxes. because they don't care. It was funny because I used to face off against some of the, like, scary bandit ones, and the leader would be defeated. But their minions would attack the box that has the reward still in it, so it's like they're ganging up on their own boss after you defeat them, so that you can't get the items. That was one thing that I do kinda miss, but I'm also glad because I don't feel obligated when I'm defeating a boss. Like in this one, if you defeat the Nap Dragon, there might be a 5 or 10 minute timer cooldown, or moments where if you're going to try and fight something and it's nighttime and that one spawns during the day, you have to either sleep or be patient and go around and do stuff in the meanwhile to pass time. Selling stuff, I actually can't remember if you could multi-sell, but boy howdy do I appreciate that favorite tab because it locks in if I don't have an item equipped and I need it for something later, I'm not gonna accidentally sell it. Another thing is, as you may notice, I don't have a lot unlocked, so my favorite items that I have equipped are just what I've found thus far in the game. I know for a fact that there are some things that I haven't unlocked, but we'll get to those when we get to those, because I am not here to do a full Let's Play. This is just my overall thoughts, and what better way to end this than one thing that Lilica hasn't done. Let's defeat the Nap Dragon. Going in strong. We're gonna do a sort of play-by-play because let me tell you, this Nap Dragon humbled me and my team so quickly, it's embarrassing, but I gotta share the general journey of it with you because as I was recording the gameplay footage, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be awesome if I could sweep the dragon? And then I remembered the, this bit here. None of my team members have armor. I'm the only one who has armor. I've given them roughly the strongest equipment I could fetch from the mimics, but I forgot to give them armor. So all 3 of my supporting team, 2 attacks and 1 who could heal me, are down for the count. And then I remembered that I'm not using my controller because I thought, oh, the controls, the Joy-Cons drifting, or the buttons could get stuck, so I used my wired trusty controller. And I was trying to charge up the L plus X attack there, and I thought to myself, I've got pretty good confidence here. I'm just gonna keep dodging and attacking, but my aim was a little bit off here. So I panicked, so I heal myself, and I'm getting ready to go back in, and I think to myself, surely nothing can get in the way. There's no other things or obstacles, so I'll just keep rolling out of the way, bring back in my healing support, and I went completely off track here for some reason. After I healed him, I'm like, why not just go in and heal the others? I really should have just started button mashing at that point, because this went from something that could have taken me another 5 minutes to what I think took another, like, 10 minutes. I had to, like, crop out some footage, speed up some footage, because I don't know what it is. My attack here, when I rolled over, these beetles wouldn't leave me alone. And they're not the only ones, because as I was proceeding forward, not only was I just, having bad luck with the enemies, but you may notice that the mount keeps appearing. That's because I'm trying to use that fancy attack. I was trying to use Earthquake, and these beetles became invincible temporarily, slowing me down, and as I got out of the way again on my mount, embarrassingly, I thought I was out of range. Nap Dragon was about to fall back asleep. Pretend like that was just like a tiny little stick poking at it. Just unbothered, like a little mosquito. So when I finally got the controller working and I did the attack thinking it was gonna take down a big old chunk, it did not. I angrily started button mashing because I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I took them down finally, but I got so humbled in the process. I don't know if anyone else has experienced these silly little shenanigans, but I thought I should share it with you anyways, just because Kai's adventure is only just beginning. There's so much more. So for me, yes, the girl has stolen time from me. Because I have sunk nearly 50 hours into this game, and I'm nowhere near finished. And I'm sure none of you are either, or if you have somehow magically beaten the game and you just stumbled upon my video, congratulations. I'm sure that after this video goes up, I'll have done so much more for preparing for it. I thought it was fun. Let me know what you guys think of Kai, and the fact that they're an alchemist that slowly turned into a mercenary, and they are technically a jack of all trades, but I'm curious, what is your characters for Fantasy Life? I share a bit of their story down below, or if you're still new to Fantasy Life, what's your favorite part of the game? And if you've played the other Fantasy Life game for the 3DS, what's some of the things that you miss? What's some of the things that you're grateful that they changed? Or some of the new features with Edward and Skelligan and all of this fun stuff? And as long as it's not endgame spoilers, feel free to share some stuff down below. If you do have anything spoilery, please put a spoiler warning. I have done the same with some of my stuff because I want people to enjoy this game for themselves. Because as nice as it is to hear other people say, here's how you can get the most money, here's how you can level up the fastest, the best way to enjoy the game as a whole is just to naturally play the game from start to end and enjoy your story, your life, your way. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you all real soon. Stay possum, subscribblers. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so very much. If you have not already, don't forget to leave some likes and comments and subscribe to join the Subscribblers squad. In the meantime, don't forget to check out some of my playlists, and if you would like any fan artwork featured at the end of the video in the Subscribblers gallery, tag me in it. I would love to see what you guys make, and if you'd like to support my works and see more, check out my card link below, especially for the patron exclusive rewards. £2 a month, the Fennec Fox tier gets you access to secret sketches and artwork early. The Arctic Foxes, for £5 a month, you get exclusive access to videos and webtoons pages early, and the Red Foxes have the opportunity to be featured as a background character or a commission instead, and your name read out at the end of the videos just like this. Thank you so much to Frankie Jr. 13. Stay possum, subscribblers, and I'll see you real soon.